The most difficult thing is to take that first step towards your dream, to start something for the first time. It requires so much strength. So I sit here, pondering over the first starting line of today's video, the middle, the end, all of it. I find myself not knowing what to feel, yet feeling all of it at the same time. But amongst all of it, I remind myself how it felt to take that first step, the start of something new, which is always the most difficult step to take. This is how I feel before making any big decisions in my life. The fear of missing out makes it hard to let go of what I already know. What if it turns out to be a mistake? But then again, I'll never know unless I try. My whole life, all I have been certain of is that I want to explore this beautiful world. I've always had a fascination for new places, their stories, the people, the food, the history. When I was little, I used to dream of buying a boat and sailing across the world, keeping a little box with a memory from each place I visited. Whilst I'm not exactly sailing across the world, to this date I have done exactly that. I now look through the old shoebox stored in my wardrobe, and seeing the photos, postcards and trinkets I've collected from different corners of the world fills me with so much happiness. Now, here I am on the cusp of turning 30, packing up my life and still following my dreams. In all honesty, as exciting as it is, it's also scary. I can't help but wonder, should I be putting money toward a house? Should I be settling down, building a more traditional path, climbing the career ladder? But deep down, I know that when I look back on my life, I won't regret the things I've seen, the people I've met, or the places I've been brave enough to explore. Whether it's to travel, start your own business, learn a new hobby, anything, your dreams are put in your heart for a reason, and you owe it to yourself to explore them. Hello, my loves. We are officially packing. By the time you guys will see this video, which will go up on Sunday, we'll be leaving on Tuesday. So the next video you'll see from me, we will be in Copenhagen, which is so exciting. But I do have to admit, it is very much a bittersweet feeling. I think, this is something that we've looked forward to for just so long, and now it's finally here. It actually feels a little bit scary just to, sort of be packing up our lives and taking a one-way ticket to go traveling. You guys know me, I talk about traveling all the time, and this is just something that I have wanted to do from when I was a little girl. I am very lucky that both of my parents were quite quite big travelers, and my mum, I remember being maybe less than 10 years old, and my mum travelled so much when she was in her early 20s that she had a shoebox full of photos and memories from her travels. And I remember being less than 10 and just looking through all of these photos and just completely mesmerized by all the places that she went to, really exotic places. And I just said from a very young age, I'm like, this is all I want to do. I just want to travel. And I'm very privileged to have been able to travel quite a lot up until now, and it's been my dream to move back over to that side of the world for a very long time, and now we're kind of finally doing it. And it's a really bittersweet feeling, because obviously we've got friends and our family is here, and so we've been spending a lot of time with them the last few weeks, just really trying to spend as much time with them as possible. And so it's been a very busy few weeks. If I'm honest, I've actually really struggled to find the time to film, which is obviously why I missed last week's video. But there's just been so much to do, and amongst working commitments and social commitments, and then getting organised for the trip, and obviously trying to keep some sort of routine with myself and with my fitness and everything like that. And so in this week's video, I'm going to be doing everything that I love, all of my favourite things to do here in Noosa and the Sunshine Coast. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, and I hope you enjoy. I'll make sure to leave all of the locations down below for those of you that do end up visiting this beautiful part of Australia, or if you are local yourself. I've lived here for 2 years, and these are my favourite things to do that I'm going to do for the last time for I'm not sure how long, because we actually don't have a ticket back, so we're not even sure when we're going to be back. So let's get stuck into it. All you have to do sometimes is simply take that step. Life has a tendency to sort itself out for those who aren't afraid to start. It's the uncertainty that always stands behind that first step. We never know where it's going to lead us, an experience we've never been a part of, a version of ourselves we haven't yet met. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Maybe the unknown isn't something to fear, but something to be curious about. After all, if we knew exactly how things would unfold, there'd be no room for wonder, no surprises, no growth. I've come to realise that life doesn't hand out guarantees, but it does reward those who try. Even the detours, the ones that felt like failures at the time, have given me something. Clarity, perspective, strength I didn't know I had. Sometimes the dream changes. Sometimes you outgrow what you thought you always wanted. And that's okay. The important thing is that you moved, you listened, you dared to follow whatever it was that lit you up at that moment. I often think back to my younger self, the girl who dreamt so big it scared her. I wonder what she would think of me now. I hope she'd be proud, not just of the places I've been or the memories I've made, but of the fact that I never stopped trying. I never let fear win. I kept choosing curiosity over comfort, and that, I think, is the real measure of a life well lived. So, as I zip up my suitcase and say goodbye to another version of home, I carry with me more than just clothes and keepsakes. I carry every moment that brought me to this point. I carry the courage it took to begin, and I carry the quiet but steady belief that the road ahead, no matter how winding, will take me exactly where I need to go. Because life isn't about having it all figured out. It's about showing up, even when your hands are shaking. It's about trusting that you'll find your rhythm, that you'll meet the right people, that you'll look back one day and think, that's when everything changed. And maybe, just maybe, today is that day.